Hello Church Media Tech, it's me Michael and I'm back to give you a updated tech tour of GHC, our online church. Today we're going to walk through all the things necessary to make our services happen, from sound, audio, all the way to the logistics and the microphones. How we do everything is going to be uncovered here in this video. So for our audio, we use the Behringer X32 Compact, along with the S16 Digital Snake. What that's doing is allowing us to send 16 channels over one Ultranet cable to the stage. We're using the X32 Compact, and a lot of what we do is just simple onboard processing. No outboard processing required. No vocal correction, nothing extra. Just what we have at our disposal. Let's take a look. So this is our Behringer X32 Compact. We've got our track channels run through USB into the Compact, as well as our click and guide, which is not on in the house, but it is on in our packs. So our in-ear monitors, if I hit sends on fader, we have click and guide on there, but not in the house, and that's pack 1 and 2. And then of course you have our front fills, which we're just sending post fader to, and it's literally that speaker there just for the very front of the room. We're just filling in some of the gaps with it. We've got our subwoofer, which is that monstrosity of a subwoofer right there. Just some simple drums and bass guitar action, nothing further. Just for the sake of, what we're doing, it's easier. And then we have my piano, my real in-house piano that's on stage, routed to keys left and right. There's a guitar player, and so he's routed here. And then, of course, our Mac left and right out of Pro Presenter, our Mac Mini, which I'll get to here in a minute. And then we have vocals. So we have me, because I'm always here. I've got my vocal mic set in stone pretty much. And then we've got 1 and 2, or 2 and 3 just as extra. And then we've got the Pastor mic, which is a wireless ancient Shure mic that barely works, and we've actually duct taped back together. But there's that. And then we have just some blank channels here that we'll probably fill in through the years. All of our auxes, effects, like routing and all that. And of course we can go to the DCA groups, and we can just do all sorts of things. Our bus outs that we have assigned, our live stream, which I'll get to here in a minute. So if I go down, our live stream, you'll see that right there. Live stream and live stream bus 9 and 10 is stereo being sent through the auxiliary ports on the back of the console. We've routed it that way to our OBS system that does the live stream and recording. And all this is, and I'll show you, it's literally a post fader mix of the house with a little bit of EQ to add and take away some of the ugly things that the house has that we just don't want, that to have, because our room is small, so we've done a lot of special stuff. And then it's got some compression just to keep it at a bare minimum. That way that things are not overbearing in the broadcast. So we've just got some basic things going on there. Of course, we're sending some band verb and some vocal verb and delay to that to create some room. It's a stereo mix after all, so we're kind of doing it that way just to help it out. But other than that, that is our in-house and live stream sound. And since we're on the topic of sound, I'd like to show you our stage rack. And by the way, this is picking up my vocal mic. I'm standing right under it after all. We've got just 4 things routed, but we have plenty of room on stage here at the Snake. All of our outputs, including the house, are routed from here. So we have the house here, routed from the Snake. And then down here, our Shure Pastor's mic box, and then our wireless in-ear rack, and this is where we store our ears and all that stuff. It's not organized, but it's there. and then a rechargeable battery set for the packs and anything else that we might need here on stage. Our PA speakers are just two 600 watt ion speakers for this room. It's a very small room, so we only normally have about 4 people in the audience, and those go right over their head, but it kind of creates the room. And then we have a 200 watt ion, and that's our front fill. And then this, I don't even remember how many watts this is, but this is our subwoofer. It's a monster. It's huge, but it gets the job done. And it's got, of course, it's like self-powered, so it's got an amp and all that stuff on the back.
The Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, he washed it white as snow. That we are failures, but in him we're alive. It's in Jesus' name that we're alive. It's only by the grace, only by the blood, only by the power of Jesus Christ we're alive. Come on, let's magnify him. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt, raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt, raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt, raised this life up from the dead. Oh, praise the one who paid my debt.
So that is our audio. Let's now move to video and lighting. So for all things video, we're using ProPresenter 7, and I think it's 7.16. We don't pay for updates anymore. We just kind of use what works because this church is so small that the budget really doesn't allow for that yearly. And then of course we use LightKey 4, which is a pretty decent software for lighting. And it captures all of our lights, and we've really kind of got a nice layout built in LightKey. We've got custom dashboards built for like different events, and of course cue lists that we trigger via MIDI from ProPresenter, which is most of the time it's automated from the tracks on stage, which sits on the top of the rack plugged in, and then sends the audio here and automations here. And so that's pretty much ProPresenter. It does, so it's doing our TV wall, which I'll get to in a minute, and then it's doing our lower thirds and our stuff over NDI for broadcasts, so like video stuff, and it's getting the job done for that. But yeah, that's basically it for lighting and video as far as like in-house production stuff. And then let's move to the live stream computer while we're here. So this is our live stream iMac. It literally, all this is a 2017 base model iMac running OBS. It was what we could afford. It's what we got, what we had on, budget. And then down here, a small Behringer USB mixer that all of our feeds are sent through from the X32 to get to the live stream. And then this gives us the ability to like plug in a host mic or something if we ever have another event. So it's just sort of an easy way to get around plugging into the X32 for simple stuff like that. It's kind of like we're bypassing some other things. I mean, there were other ways we could have done it, but that was our best option. for our needs, and so that's kind of what we went for. It's really cheap and simple, but this works. And we have this like iPod, iPad, iPhone, I think it's an iPhone 7 or it's something, up there on this tripod plugged into the computer, but we're sending over NDI our camera feed. So our camera is literally just that. It's the best quality for a budget. We already had a phone. It sort of worked in our favor. So for click and backing tracks, we use Prime by Loop Community, which I'm sure you've heard of. It was affordable, it is cheap, it is the greatest track system that we could afford. It does the job on a budget, and the best part, the software is free to use. The pro features, which we do pay for because we use MIDI automations and some of the cloud stuff, you know, it's great. But Prime is really this awesome piece of software that you can use on iPhone, iPad, and Mac. So for us, we're using it on my MacBook Pro. I build the set lists, and then our guy Gavin gets them, and he deals with them a little bit, and then I automate them once they're done to ProPresenter or whatever we need for the service that upcoming week or however we're going to do it. And it's really stupid simple. Since we're up, our video wall is literally 6 small TVs routed from that little box up there. It's nothing fancy, but I just thought it was kind of cool to be able to pixelate and send different things to different areas, and it was just really a fun little project for us. It's probably not the best solution. A lot of people gave me a lot of hate for it, but I thought it was fun. I still think it's nice. Is it perfect? No. Is it probably going to be here forever? No, or at least not in this format. We'll probably make it better, but it works. It's a beautiful little TV wall, and we're kind of proud of it. So yay, TV wall. And last but not least, our Shure SM48s, which are just our wired vocal mics for everything that we do. They get the job done. We've got 2 of these. They're just routed to the snake over there and then sent to the console. We use some compression and delay and reverb and stuff like that. But yeah, that's our vocal mics, and they're awesome. We will never look back from our vocal mics. And just a little side piece, this old faithful Roland XP80 that's been here since the beginning of this channel is still running our keys rig, and it is still strong and faithful. So yay. Well, that is it for this tech tour. If you want to know any more in detail about how we're doing track routing, how we're doing audio routing, how we're doing like ProPresenter stuff, what we bought and how we're using it, where we got it, I mean, just any sort of thing like that. If you want to know in detail, please comment down below. I'll be happy to give a full-blown explanation on any part of this setup. And if I can't, Johnny, our tech director, can. He is a super great tech director, and he really knows what he's doing. But this setup is really fun, it's really easy, and it's simple for volunteers, so pretty much anybody could run it. It's not complicated. We decided to go budget, so all of this was probably purchased with under $20,000. Most churches spend that alone on just like their sound system, but we decided to go budget friendly. Yes, we made some sacrifices, but yes, it is the greatest solution for us. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you would like to, please subscribe, give a like, do all those things. And if you want more in-depth detail, please comment down below. Thank you, and I'll see you later.